America, where all men are created equal, has a long-standing history of treating some of its citizens as anything but. The LGBT community has been especially subjected to this mistreatment and continues to face a large prospect of discrimination to this day. For example, 13 states today support religious freedom laws that would allow legal discrimination against gay people. Also, the military, up until 2015, would not include openly gay men and women under their equal opportunity policy. However, Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed in 2011. There's a 4-year gap there. Now that begs an interesting question. What's up with that? What took them so long to catch up? Well, this question requires going way back, all the way to the founding of our country. Dating from the Revolutionary War, sodomy was criminalized in the military and punishable by dishonorable discharge. In fact, in 1778, Lieutenant Gotthold Frederick Ensslin was the first person ever to be discharged from the Continental Army for sodomy. Now, this ban on sodomy was extended to homosexuality itself during World War II, based off the rationale that being gay was a mental disorder. And in 1981, the military actually strengthened their stance against homosexuality, stating unequivocally, homosexuality is incompatible with military service. The majority of the public agreed with them at this time. In 1987, 75% of polling responders felt that homosexual relations were always wrong. However, at the same time, rising in support for the LGBT community was occurring. From 1993 to 2004, there was a 23% increase, in support for allowing openly gay men and women to serve in the military. This caused the military's anti-gay policy, Don't Ask, Don't Tell, to come under fire. Now, what is Don't Ask, Don't Tell? Don't Ask, Don't Tell was a compromise reached under the Clinton administration, stating that, hey, if you're gay, great. Don't say anything, we won't ask you, you'll be fine. But if you come out publicly or if you act upon your gayness, then you're going to be discharged. Now, this compromise didn't actually work out too well because it created an atmosphere of secrecy among LGBT service members and actually forced them to work harder to be in the closet. Discharges for being gay actually increase under Don't Ask, Don't Tell, showing the policy's ineffectiveness. But what does all this have to do with the military today? The policy is great, but they didn't control the policy. And like I said, in 2011, Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed, and in 2015, openly gay men and women were covered in official policy. Well, it's necessary to understand these policies to understand the military's attitudes over time. While the military itself did not control these policies, they exemplified and somewhat reinforced the military's conservatism and played on the military's socially conservative side, saying that, hey, it's okay for you to make fun of gay or discriminate against gay people. That's fine. It's not, but the military's very conservative attitudes are actually laid out by this poll done by Gallup right here. On average, regardless of age, veterans and those actively involved in the military identify more as conservatives and with the GOP than their peers of the same age not in the military. So this conservatism is actually being combated by a rising generation of millennials, though. In the poll also done by Gallup of over 10,000 Americans, it showed that millennials were far more liberal than most other generations. This liberalism, since young people are the ones fighting our battles, this liberalism is actually kind of seeping into the military very slowly and causing its ideologies to change, and therefore becoming more accepting of gay people and anybody who falls under LGBT. However, because the military is still very conservative and attracts a lot of conservative youngsters, this shift in ideology is still ongoing and is occurring very slowly. The attitudes of service members over time is actually exemplified in focus group studies done by the RAND Corporation. From 1993 and 2010, the RAND Corporation conducted focus studies with military members across various establishments in the United States. They found that unlike the focus group members in 1993, the members in 2010 were far less hostile towards gay people. But they did find that repealing of Don't Ask, Don't Tell was hotly debated, showing that while the military had come a little bit of ways, they still had more to go to match where the public was. Now, this is all great, but we have to remember that we have to keep fighting for equality for everybody. There are thousands of transgender members of the military today that are still not allowed to serve openly because of military leaders and congressmen think there's a biological disadvantage to them fighting on the battlefield. If we want to live up to America's creed that all men are created equal, we must fight for equality wherever we see there's inequality, and keep working towards that. I want to thank you guys, and thank you so much for your time.